casa to the pack. It's Pack here,
aka your mama's best friend.
I have another roster kind of showcase video for you guys. I've done this already for all-time teams and players, like people fixing those teams. This time, this one's pretty exciting. They got the FIBA national teams, so basically like every country that has an eligible team, they made it into NBA 2K22. I'm going to show you that right now. Before the video starts, please be an OG, join the pack and subscribe, and leave a like in the video to help the videos grow. And I'll show you how to download this in a second, but it's only for PlayStation 5, just a warning. Now let's get this video started with Team USA. It starts off with Team USA, obviously. So what I want to mention real quickly is that, as you can see, these aren't USA jerseys. But if you do My League, right, or My NBA, you can actually customize the jerseys yourselves, or you can download USA jerseys and stuff like that. So you can still do it yourself, but like they obviously can't create a raw version of a jersey and throw it onto the roster itself. It's just not possible, right? But this is Team USA. This is not the most stacked USA team possible, like adding LeBron James and stuff. This is just the actual players signed up to play for the national team, like Kevin Durant, like Damian Lillard, Devin Booker, Jason Tatum, Chris Middleton, Zach LaVine, Bam, Drew Holiday, Jeremy Grant, Keldon Johnson, Draymond Green, JaVale McGee. Like all these players alone, like this team alone would still dominate the entire world. And this isn't even the best Team USA possible, which is pretty impressive. But it's the other countries that are way more interesting, right? For example, we have Lithuania here, where Domantas Sabonis, Jonas Valanciunas, and then they have other players that aren't in the NBA, but they created the players anyways. And that's really sick because it even looks pretty much like them. That's really, really cool. Like they didn't have to go out of the way to create the players as like close as possible, but they did, and it looks really cool. You even have Brazdeikis on this team. So there's even other NBA players that are on the team, as well as created players. Or Cividis, right, is another player. So they have a pretty stacked team, a pretty good one, especially when your big two are these. I mean, they're going to dominate the post, right? But that's an awesome team to have. Really, really cool. Serbia has a fire team. Nikola Jokic will dominate with Bogdanovic. They have Micic, Bjelica. They have, who else is on this team? They have Teodosic. That's like fire. That's absolutely, and actually looks a lot like Teodosic too. They did a pretty good job there. Alexej, Boban's on this team. Like absolutely cracked, stacked team. And this team could, you know, I wouldn't say they beat you Team USA, but they have players who do a pretty good job against them. So, and you have, you know, maybe the MVP of the NBA on the team, at least for this season and last season. So that's fire. That's a cool team. They have Latvia here with Porzingis, Davis Bertans. I know they have Kurucs here as well. So, and then they have Tima. They even made Tima himself with the blonde hair and the tattoos. That's super cool. Again, so many cool teams that they went out of their way to create. Really impressive. They have Nigeria. This one's a little weird one because OG, I think, plays for Britain, right? So I don't think he's actually on the Nigerian team, but they have Monte Morris, Achiuwa, Okogie, Metu, Okafor, Nora, like the Naji, Aminu. They have Azubuki, Gabe Vincent, Okpala, Oni. Like this team is stacked. I mean, this entire roster is NBA players. Again, there's no star, I guess, besides OG, but it doesn't matter when everybody's a legit NBA player. That's super impressive. A super, super cool team. Now, if this team's empty, that means that there's no team on it, by the way, just giving you a heads up there. But then we have Spain. Spain has Ricky Rubio, who's been a dominant player in international play. Ibaka, Rudy Fernandez, Marc Gasol. I guess Pau doesn't play for them anymore, but Willie Hernan Gomez and Juan Hernan Gomez are on the team. You have Balde, Rodriguez. They have Victor Claver. And then Garuba, who's also on the team too. It's a super fire team. Alex O'Brien's. I remember Sergio Yul. So like there's so many great players, and this isn't even the best team of Spain ever, but it's still one of the better international teams because they have so many NBA players. We have Germany with Dennis Schroeder, Franz Wagner, Daniel Tice, Kleber. The problem with the team is they have so many bigs like Isaiah Hartenstein, Mo Wagner, Isaiah Bonga. But like, again, think about this team in a couple years when like Franz Wagner gets even better. Ooh, this team's going to be dirty. And imagine if they still had Dirk. Oh, my God. This team of Brazil, we have Thiago Splitter, Leandro Barbosa, which are two players that are basically retired at this point. But Raul Neto, Cristiano Felicio, Caboclo, like, not the best team, but Varejao still would technically play for them. Luzada. So, like, not the deepest team, not the most impressive team, but they have some players here and there, right? You have the Nuggets, which would be Argentina, where they have Manu, but Manu wouldn't play for them, right? It's more like, let's just ignore Manu for the moment. It'd be Campasso, Scola, Deck, Bolmaro, Like so many players, but they have a couple fillers because there's not enough, but it's still enough to have a starting lineup, so that's really cool. Oh my gosh, Slovenia, when you have Luka, Goran Dragic, Beno Udre, Kankar, and that's it. But still, I mean, just a team with Goran Dragic and Doncic alone is already fire, right? Another fire team. The Raptors with Canada, right? So they have SGA, Jamal Murray, RJ Barrett, Andrew Wiggins, who's an 85 overall now, by the way, so he should be even higher. Boucher, Olynyk, Lou Dort, Dylan Brooks, Brandon Clark, Alexander Walker, Cam Burge, Powell, Trey Lyles, Corey Joseph. Stacked team, a bunch of NBA players. Honestly, a starting lineup of 80 overalls. Like, that's really cool. That's really cool that there's another team besides Team USA that has a bunch of 80 overalls on the team. That is absolutely fire. Probably one of the more fun international teams to use outside of Team USA, to be honest with you. Super cool. We have a Turkey team that's insanely stacked with Korkmaz, Sengun, Seti Osman, Kanter, Turkoglu, Ilyasova, Yurtseven, who's like a 75 overall now. Like, so many players. A lot of bigs, I'll be honest with you. Like, Korkmaz is going to have to be the point guard, or Seti Osman is going to have to be the point guard. And Hito would have to come out of retirement, right? But still, you can make a team happen out of this. It's just they really do need a guard, for sure. And then you have Team Italy with Bargiani, but this is weird. I don't know why they added Bargiani, because he's also basically retired. But Gallinari, Nicola Melli's still a team. Nico Mannion's on it. Ryan Arcianato's on the team. So still, they can still make a team out of it. It's just that it's not going to be like a stack with Bargiani and like they're making it seem, but it's still be a pretty good team. And then France is stacked with Rudy Gobert, Evan Fournier, Nicholas Batum, Boris Diaw would still play technically, Theo Maledon. You used to have Frank Ntilikina still on it, Timothy Luwawu Cabarrot, Vincent Poirier, Demboya, Killian Hayes, Tilly. I mean, so many players. It's not as sad as it used to be like when you had Tony Parker on it, right? But you still have so many players to this day that are still really good. They would still be one of the best teams in like international play by far. And then Australia with Ben Simmons, if he ever decides to play for the international team. Like, come on, dude. Joe Ingles, Josh Giddey, Bogut, Patty Mills is still. Patty Mills dominates international play. Thibault, Aaron Baines, Thon Maker, Josh Green, Dante Exum, Londo's on the team. So again, just another stacked roster of a bunch of NBA players would also be very, very good. And the final team of Croatia with Bogdanovic, Zubac, Saric, Luka Samanic. That's really it, but like there's still a couple players. And I think they could have made more teams, but they would have had to like stretch it, right? Or they would have to put like maybe like only 2 real NBA players and a bunch of fake players. So at the end of the day, this roster is insanely cool. Let me show you the actual roster itself, where I found it, because this is super, super awesome. And I want you to download it as well and try it out. I love doing these roster like showcase videos because it really gets to shout out to the creators, and also you can try out really cool rosters too, which I think is super, super cool. And I hope you guys enjoy that kind of stuff. It was Roy Maniv's FIBA national teams with 2,000 downloads, and it was on PS5 only. So this is where I got it. Super cool roster. I hope you guys check it out. It's really fun. Let me know in the comments what you think about it, and if you like this channel, please give it a sub, and I'll see you guys next time.